What's going on? You already know what's up. It's your boy, Indy Uchiha, and I'm here with another round Nerdmix Live where I just get up and I shoot the shit with local artists, entrepreneurs, and everything like that just to see what they got going on, you know? Just a normal day, and you get to see how we conversate outside of all the connections and everything that we got going on. And this guy got coming in is a true inspiration. He's an amazing husband. He's a great fucking producer. If you don't believe me, go back and listen to the extended weekend EP that Syndrome just put out. He's an amazing rapper. He's a beer connoisseur. He's a Thirsty Nerd podcast producer and member. And he's part of Nerd and Geek pop culture itself. I want y'all to give it up for Mr. Jest One. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? Hey, thank you for the kind words. I'm half of that, if even that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a bad husband.
Only on weekdays. What's good, brother? How you been?
I've been good. You know what I'm saying? Everything's been going pretty good. Album drops in March. Working on a project with you.
Oh, yeah.
That I guess this is the first time people heard about that.
Yes. Well, it's super early process, but yeah.
Yeah. You came with me with a concept, Banner versus McCoy, which was like amazing. I remember what you saw because I think it was a picture, and I remember when you told me about it, about them playing chess against each other.
Yeah, it's the Jonathan Hickman Avengers, or it's the new Avengers. One of the Jonathan Hickman lines where they're just fucking with Captain America, showing how dumb he actually is, and they're just playing chess and mimicking his moves before he even makes them. And man, that whole panel was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, so it was interesting to me that you came up with that concept, bro. So you knew I was gonna bite on it as soon as you said it. And especially after that amazing EP you put together with Extended Weekend, which is still in rotation right now. And I haven't heard a bad review about it. It's been getting songs have been getting spinned on New Music Mondays over there, Air Hustling.
I've seen some of that, and hey, thanks for the love. I appreciate all that.
Yeah, and I do believe Syndrome was out in Texas, and I think he performed like half.
I seen him. I caught the video.
Yeah.
A lot of ass shaking to leisure.
Yeah.
I can die a happy man now.
I never thought of that. Like when I was listening to Leisure, I thought of like just chilling, drinking. You know what I'm saying, by the pool and stuff. It works in a strip club setting.
That shit was wild. I never thought of that in a million years.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was gonna go to Texas, and then I looked and I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't go because to this day I have never been in a strip club, and if I'd have found out it was at a strip club, I'd have still been in the hotel room, or I would have just drove with to Dallas and kicked it with Adam and Renee and them or something like that.
You would have performed. You would have performed over Skype.
Yeah, that's what it had to be. Think about Illy Indy in a strip club. Like I don't have strip club X material.
Yeah, I didn't either until this weekend.
I can't believe Leisure went that hard. I'm going to talk to him about that next Sunday dinner. I was like, why did Leisure go that hard in a strip club? I was how fucked up were you that you actually was at when he sat down on the stage and it started leaning back and the stripper was on the pole and he started hitting the bars? I was like, wow.
I was waiting for him just to skydive off that stage at some point during one of the performances. It was great.
Yeah, definitely. Big up.
Shout out to Rome.
Yeah, shout out to Keisha Cautious for always putting something together too for local talent.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, I got to get that one-on-one with her coming pretty soon. But man, you've had a very interesting, let's say, past 4 years.
Interesting last 10 years, I would say. Shit. But
go back that far. See, I didn't want to go back that far because that'd take.
Why? Because you show your age?
No, that'd take it pre-me.
No,
it don't. It's been 10 years. God,
it's been close. 2012.
Oh wow. Okay. All that static stuff was only about 10 years ago. That Jim Beam's warehouse performance was 10 years ago?
Yeah, 2012, because it was the first performance I did. No, it wasn't the first performance. It was my third performance I had ever done.
So yeah,
I remember that night because it was just a conglomerate of us in like a 15-minute time, and then all I see is you just on the left side of the stage, just rocking.
yeah,
Which was
y'all were
great.
going hard, dude. Like I support good talent, and there were maybe 2 acts out of that entire fucking litany of fucking people they tried to put up there that I actually rocked with.
That shit was a madhouse.
Yeah, but I miss venues like that. Jim Beam's was such a good venue.
That was. I don't know what happened to that. I guess behind dealings, but that was one of the greatest venues I've ever performed.
I
Like just in the area, even outside of the area, the shit that they were offering and the equipment and all the space, it was man.
I think it was when it felt like when Double E stopped rocking with Jim Beams that they stopped doing as well. So I gotta give hats off to that man because it seems like everywhere he goes it gets juking because he left there and went to the Blue Chip and had them up there on Vegas nights, juking at the Vegas night in the Blue Chip.
I remember those.
So and I think he's starting to DJ again. So I'm like paying attention to the moves he's making, man, because like he knew how to get a party rocking, yo.
Yeah.
But it's something that everybody always asks me about you as far as are you a producer or are you a rapper?
I'm a man that I just like banging on drum pads, I guess. And I just every once in a while I don't really consider myself a rapper just because I don't really go out for that anymore. I started making beats just because I was bored. I'd be at the house. I worked weekends. So my entire childhood, I worked weekends. I worked at a banquet hall. So growing up, my weekends were gone. So during the weekday, all my free time was spent just making beats because nobody was really doing shit in middle school. And nobody had rides or whatever. So I just made beats. I just would get in there and just bit on the pad. So then people started liking them. I just give it to them. I really don't consider myself a producer until the last couple, maybe even year, when I really started getting into the process of song shaping and shaping album and that kind of thing. Before that, I mean, I was a beat maker at best. And people like you gravitated to it, really liked it, and I think we created some dope shit. But I never really considered myself a producer, I guess. Not until recently, at least.
I've always considered you a producer ever since I got a hold of that How High beat. And
oh, that beat that wasn't even mixed and you recorded to it and released it the very next day. And then my computer crashed and that shit was gone. I couldn't do anything about it.
Look, you give me a beat and then expect me not to rap to it. That's especially in that age where I was popping out music daily. It was like 3-4 songs a day, just going. That's when Rev and them that's when I didn't have to do anything myself. When I just go over there to IC Media, get in the booth for a couple hours, knock whatever, and just leave, and they just send me the stuff back.
Yeah, I remember those days. You were just fucking you left and right.
Yeah, when it got to I had to do the stuff myself, it slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what happens, ain't it? You just create when somebody else is doing all the work, and then now when we start having to do the stuff, it's like, let's take a breather.
Yeah. They was like, somebody asked me today. They was like, when is Hits coming out? I was like, March. They was like, wow. I was like, look, man, to get in and do these last 3 songs is killing me. Especially since one's a feature. Trying to navigate having everybody being in one spot, and then Boogie and Clark are getting together and they're making these like legacy beats that are like, and they keep sending them to me, and I'm like, look, my album's done.
I seen the thing you posted where they were kicking some shit, man. That shit was this shit was fire.
The shit that Boogie sent me that I had to replace stuff on my album with, that I have to go record. I need them to stop sending me stuff because I'm trying to stay true to this is my last album. So I want to give everybody their chance like to be on it. You know what I'm saying? But like they keep one-upping themselves. Like I'll write to a beat they give me, I get ready to go record it, and then they send me something else. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. I definitely know where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I see the wedding ring.
Green Lantern, the Green Lantern. I'm gonna replace it with the Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, I see the wedding ring. How's the married life treating you?
It's good. I mean, we were together for a while. I, I guess it just transitioned. I feel like whenever you have somebody you can just connect with in deeper terms and in more of an unspoken terms, it just becomes it's just easier. It's just a facet of life. I feel like it was just natural, the natural progression of what I guess a relationship was or
I mean,
is.
your marriage is going way better than mine did. So,
For now, let's hope.
nah, I think y'all good. I think y'all good. Y'all got, like you said, I think y'all got a strong bond and strong connection, similar interests. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Stuff like that is what makes the marriage gold. And watching y'all bag and rag on each other is hilarious too. Like, I'm
She
hoping
makes it so easy.
hey, leave her alone. At least she knows that there's vitamin C in apple juice. That's all
That
that
is
matters.
true. That is true.
That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? When you got a lady that's sick and she's talking about I need vitamin C so I can get better, and you're like, there's a whole jug of apple juice in the refrigerator that says fortified with vitamin C. She's like, no, I need orange juice, apple juice that has vitamin C, and it's a big vitamin C label on the front of the apple juice, and you're like, come on, yo.
That's when you just throw the apple juice at her like the exorcist.
That's straight up. You've put out a couple of projects. Of course, we did the blood and water thing that got brought back. That got brought back to me today because people are asking me, were we still touring with that? And I was like, depends on what you're paying.
Yeah, if I gotta go out there with the cooties,
Yeah, it depends on what you're paying. It's a couple of bars and it's a couple of bars and a couple of clubs in Muncie that are looking for people to come out. And I'm like, one, the climate ran today, especially after Trump lost. I'm not trying to get hung somewhere outside of Ball State. So we're gonna see what's going on there. But
that's actually very true.
but depending on how much you're paying, I might think about it. You know what I'm saying? I might risk it. So we see going up there. The Peter Villain put out an album, Castle in the Sky, that I feel like it was very much overlooked. And you had a lot to do with that project as far as, you know what I'm saying, engineering, stuff like that. What was it like seeing him evolve from a rapper to an MC? In my terms, and I listened to the album, and from a rapper to MC, because it really sounded like this album was structured and well thought and well put together.
Yeah, I mean, the changes I've seen. I mean, me and him started together with True Sickness back in 06. So we started together in True Sickness in 06. Dropped the first album in like 2011. It's terrible. Don't look for it.
As they're Googling right now to look for
it. Yeah, man. Seeing his progression in the last, I feel like it's been rapid, and it's been it was a lot closer to now than it was before. He was a good rapper. I always liked him. I mean, that's why I kept making music with him. But he was unfocused. I think he needed to go through some stuff in his life. I think he needed to figure out how he wanted to find his identity and his persona. And yeah, his last album, that I feel like it's one of the best bodies of work he's done. I think we started seeing it with Fear, when he dropped Fear 2 years ago. I think it was a precursor to it. You kind of heard a little bit of this, but this was polished. It was he came with his A game, I thought. And yeah, it was just a fun album to work on.
Yeah. Fear felt like he was like hopping around the pocket. And then, like, when this album dropped, it was like he found the pocket and just stayed in it and just rode it to the finish. And I mean, it sounds great. And to go from that and then to put out Extended Weekend, you know what I'm saying, right afterwards, y'all are over there on a mini run that I don't think most people know about.
Yeah, I feel like that's true. I feel like we don't put ourselves out as much as we absolutely should. And that's something that it's changing. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it literally at the end of the day, this is fun for us. The minute it stops being fun is the minute that I don't do it anymore. That's just how we've always based this music thing. I don't. This doesn't pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I do this because I like it, because I love it. Music has always been a part of me ever since growing up. My dad being in the band and just it being in the back and learning EQs from mixing boards, little shit like that. Uh, it's always been there. It's always been fun. So the moment it stops being fun is the moment we're not doing it anymore, and we just keep working and putting stuff together, regardless of the listens or whatever it is. You know what I mean? The plays. It's just what we like to do. It kept us out of trouble. It took us out from doing dumb shit to being at home, drinking, recording, just having fun. So it became a part of our life, basically. How we grew up, there's a lot of songs where we really expose some shit that will never come out. And that's kind of how we grew up, self therapy. And I think that's why we just keep making a lot of music, regardless of the exposure or whatnot.
No, I could definitely get that. I understand how it feels about not to be fun, and it just feels like I have to keep doing it because for me, it it brings in some type of finance for me to be able to do what I love the podcasting thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Getting into myself and being on the nerd, geek, pop culture, the gaming and all that. And it allows me to be able to play a little more loosely in that world. You know what I'm saying? When I have the music to market it. So I'm trying to separate the two, but they
Mhm.
go hand in hand so well that
Yeah.
it's really hard to do at times. And it's just giving me problems, man.
Uh,
But you're
yeah, I see that too, and we've had that discussion before. But I think at the end of the day, you know deep down you love it. You know deep down you walked away from music. How many times? And I just drop a beat on your SoundCloud, and you just back in my inbox.
yeah,
Or
it's mostly your fault. It's you and Rob Villain. Rob Villain, who doesn't even like my music, but won't let me stop doing music. That
it's been Buggy, it's been Jesse Black. I mean, we've had this combos before. I,
yeah.
I I think you get disillusioned sometimes with the workload, but one, I've seen you handle it better than fucking 95% of people out here. I mean, and two, when we get in here and we record face to face and we have an actual session that we just spend the entire fucking time just goofing around. You're writing verses as you're sitting there because you came in with nothing prepared, but it comes out being some of the dopest shit you spit in a long time. I think that's what I'm always chasing,
Yeah.
regardless of the players or whatever. Those experiences, those moments with those people.
Yeah, it's definitely the being involved with the creation process. I think that's why I love the podcast and stuff like that so much and doing that type of stuff because you're always in the creation process
Yeah,
and doing it. And some of the music do feel like it has to be forced, like when the label asks for a single and you're like, I don't want. I'm starting to relate to what Eminem was talking about when he said there would never be another My Name Is. It's like there's
Mhm.
just never gonna be another iPod. Like you're lucky you got Think About. Do something with that. That's not where I'm at in my life to pump out singles.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So it's interesting and that aspect was going on. But you got a couple of dope joints out yourself as far as it goes with albums and mixtapes. You want to let the people know about that?
I mean, which one? Which
It,
one are you really referring to? Because I only got one solo project, really.
you haven't put out any trash thing. You have the what is it? The I'm trying to remember what it's called. The horror, the one you put out every Halloween that you didn't put
Oh,
out last Halloween.
with Co.
Yeah,
Yeah, Co. Chris Myers. The Fright Nights. Which shout out to Rev. He did some of the covers on those. Uh, yeah, the Fright Nights. It Same thing. He wanted a Halloween beat, and I handed him like 20. Next thing you know, we did a tape and we dropped it on the sound that piff. I don't even fucking remember when the first one was, but then the second one we did a run through. No, third is the one we did a run through a Royal that you were heavily involved in,
Mm.
and two,
That you
same
let me
thing
do the Bob.
happened.
You let me write the Babadook hook. I still have to thank you for that because I still love that hook.
Dude, you came in and fucking just knocked that hook out of left field. You fucking hit that motherfucker into space. Yeah, that song that's probably one of my favorite songs. That's just shaped from beat to concept to the end. I think that's one of the favorite songs that we've ever made.
Yeah, well, you made me go. I had to go watch the movie to understand what the hell y'all were talking about, and then I found a movie that I fell in love with, and then it was like
a fucking great movie. It really is a great movie. I first started watching and I was like, "What the fuck is this about?" And then the more you watch it, the more you see that it's psychological and they're really horror. And man, that movie was great.
You put me into a whole nother genre of movies because like that took me to different stuff, and now I'm watching stuff like Psycho Goreman when it drops, and I'm just like. I'm like, this is amazing. This is a whole aspect of friggin' nerdism that I never knew of before. People might say that's not a nerd thing, but nah, that's a pop culture thing.
Yeah,
the whole Babadook,
the horror movies. Yeah, they're their own subculture. They're definitely a part of nerdom.
Yeah, 13 Ghosts, all that stuff. I went on like a horror binge after that. And it was just nuts. House on Haunted Hill. Like I just started running through them, and I'm like, and then I watched the new Chucky movie, and I quickly snapped out of my horror phase.
See, I always told myself that I would watch anything that Mark Hamill is on, but then he came out on Chucky, and I was like, I'm straight. I broke my promise real quick.
That ruined everything for me when I watched that movie. Like I didn't want to see another horror movie after that. I was like, this is trash.
Is it really that bad?
It's that bad. It's something you should probably watch just so you can trash it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
watch definitely. It was bad. And then the whole design of the new Chucky was just like, come on, man. They just hooked this dude up to the internet. And now he can go. He's Lawnmower Man now.
That's basically what they did.
Yeah, he's
Skynet Chucky. That's frightening.
Yeah, the dog updates by the internet to get new phrases and stuff. As soon as I saw that happen, I went, "Yeah, they're never gonna kill him."
Wait till he starts doing the Fortnite dances.
Wait until he ends up in Fortnite, like terrorizing kids, till he finds out he just killed as much as he wants in video games. Just uploads to that.
There's only one thing the Fortnite hasn't collaborated with, and that is Chucky.
True. I was done with Fortnite when I saw they did the Gangnam Style dance when they added that in.
I was done with Fortnite when there wasn't a tower defense game anymore.
You mean you didn't like the Avengers when they went into the space to stop Ultron?
No, that's way before that. I was done with when they added multiplayer and it was you didn't beat up zombies anymore. I was like, I don't want to play this.
Oh yeah, so you mean
the OG Fortnite, like when it was just tower defense.
You mean when Cliff Blasinski went, here, give me the money and you can have this and do whatever you want with it.
Exactly. I don't know if he took a big L or a big W, but I hope he kept some shares.
Nah, that man has left two successful franchises at their peaks that he probably thought.
You would think by now he learned and got some stock.
Yeah, when he did at least. When he did Gears and he was like, "Oh, that's gonna flounder. It's going downhill." And now we're like
6 later.
Yeah, 7 games later, and it's still going. And the same thing with Fortnite. I'm like, I'm gonna buy stock in whatever he does next. Like, I don't care what it is. Whatever he does, I'm buying stock because it's gonna win. It's gonna win. Just like I'm happy about my GameStop stock. I held on to. I almost sold it like a couple of years ago when I was going through the divorce for some extra cash. Like when they started plummeting, I'm like, let me get rid of this. And I was like, I don't really have anything. That's the only thing I have from GameStop that really meant something.
And so it really wasn't burning a hole in your pocket because it was options, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was free. So I was like, I like last week just decided to hop on Robinhood and look at like my little stock portfolio and was like, the hell happened? I was like, why do I have money all of a sudden?
Hold the line.
Oh, it's not going nowhere. It's not. I'm gonna hold the line hard. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the line hard until I don't know. I ain't got that many shares. I only got like 5. But if that shit goes up It was like, I think at one time it's like $736 a share or something like that.
I thought the highest I saw was like 480. The highest I saw was like 480.
I might be thinking about Dogecoin. But
yeah,
if
this whole thing has been insane.
Yeah, if it gets up to 700, I'm selling. I'm cashing out.
Yeah, absolutely.
The dope thing about it is I can cash out because I'm not one of the ones that just bought in, so I'm not affected by everything they're trying to do. So
you're not going to be affected by the bubble. That bubble is not going to do anything.
No, exactly. Not at all. But it's funny that I've been involved in stocks for a long time, like not even knowing a lot about it. It's just that I took one, like I was in a stock club like in the 8th grade. So I always like just stuck with it. And I got a couple of good stocks. And watching people become millionaires overnight over this shit, dude, it's got me pissed off.
Yeah. I mean, shit. The hype. You got to follow the hype.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Now everybody's going to be stock hunting, so maybe I can go back to selling stuff in the street. Actually making money now because all the drug dealers are buying stocks.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna be back to selling drugs when that fucking bubble pop.
If they do it right. Well, nah, because they wouldn't be still selling drugs.
A lot of people are gonna lose. A lot of people are gonna lose.
A lot of people are gonna lose.
What happens?
Yeah, but I need to go join that Reddit forum just so I know where they're gonna go to next.
Oh yeah.
Just so I can hop in it. Because I tried to hop on that AMC train, but they shut that down quick.
Oh, yeah, that shit was fast. Yeah. You're not reviving this theater company. No, you're not.
Nah, we got too much money in streaming for you to be trying to revive the theaters.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it was
they didn't
funny.
Give a shit about GameStop. It was only when they started fucking with Netflix. Netflix picked up the phone like, whoa.
No, not just Netflix. Disney looked at it and was like, we got too much riding on these streaming shows for y'all to be trying to throw this back at theaters. Like, Disney was like, oh, y'all gonna do that? That's okay. We'll make y'all wait 3 more months for Black Widow. Since y'all want to revive AMC.
Yeah, now we're going to get our money in AMC. I never thought about that. That does go hand in hand.
Yeah. Because, it seems like we're actually going to start getting them roll out. I'll pay to watch Black Widow. I'll pay to watch Doctor Strange. I paid to watch Mulan. I wasn't disappointed in it. I would have waited
too. I was disappointed in it.
I wasn't disappointed in it, but I felt like it's something I could have waited on. I knew it was going to be free in 30 days. I could have waited, but
should have waited.
Nieces and nephews and all that they watched that like 10 times. You know what I'm saying? They kept watching. It was good for them because they watched it more than what the money was worth. You know what I'm saying? Why? So I'm not tripping on it. If I'd have took them to the movie as many times as they watched it, that'd have probably been what I made in a year.
Yeah, but at what cost? Their psyches are now forever tarnished by that garbage movie.
No, they actually liked it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now they're fucked up for life. Now they like that movie.
Well, you know what it is that they
lost a race to a chicken. She lost a kung fu race to a chicken.
And you know how fast chickens are?
Chickens can't fly. That chicken was all over the roof.
Man, it's all good. The chickens in Legend of Zelda were all over the roof too. Every time you hit them,
that shit looked like Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger with chickens.
Legend of Zelda taught us. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past taught us not to fuck with chickens.
True.
So
you're right about that. I concede my point.
That's crazy, but no, it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a movie. You could tell the money they spent on it. I think that just wasn't the right type of movie to adapt. It didn't have the same characteristics that Aladdin had. You know what I'm saying? Like the Aladdin live action was actually very entertaining.
I've heard that from several people, but my heart's been broken twice. I'm not gonna gamble on the third one.
No, Will Smith was very good. It wasn't Will Smith playing Genie. It was actually, you know what I'm saying,
Will Smith playing Will Smith like every other movie.
No, that's what I meant. It wasn't Will Smith playing Will Smith. It was Will Smith actually playing the Genie. And the way they did the twist to him getting freed and stuff like that, it was very interesting. And come on, man, my Pink Ranger was in it. That the only saving grace of the freaking Power Ranger movie. was Princess Jasmine. So I had to watch it.
Fair.
Jafar was trash though.
Well, listen, it's Robin Williams. It's the not Jafar, but I mean the voice casting. And you can't. There's no way you can beat that movie. The original movie is forever stands above time.
Well,
so trying to do it again, it's just.
You're not going to beat nothing with Robin Williams did the voice or something, but I would have to say that the Jumanji reboots that The Rock did to me are more entertaining than the original Jumanji.
You're walking a slippery slope there,
buddy. I don't like. Well, hold on. I haven't seen all of the next level, but that original Jumanji reboot, you know what I'm saying, was actually really good to me. It was entertaining.
Yeah, but there were different types of movies, I feel like.
Well, it wasn't really a reboot. It was a continuation. The game evolved. You know what I'm saying? Changed from a board game to a game system. So it was updated. And I mean, man, the Aladdin was the best live action film adaptation because Maleficent wasn't an adaptation. That was actually a made movie. So yeah. Maleficent still stands alone to me as the best live action Disney movie that they've done as far as when it comes to that world. But man, Aladdin is damn good, dude. Lion King was trash. I'm really hoping The Little Mermaid is good. The cast is good. They have a good cast. I'm just hoping.
Yeah, The Little Mermaid has never been my go-to Disney movie to begin with.
But it's a lot of women. And every man should appreciate The Little Mermaid. Every man should be sending Disney money just for making that movie. Because what did it teach you? You shut up and flaunt your body, and the man will like you. Don't speak. Just show him your goods.
You're not entirely wrong.
That's the whole basis of the movie. Ursula says, give me your voice. You got to flaunt it to show him what he needs. You know what I'm saying? To make him fall in love with you. That was the whole basis of the movie.
You fell in love with a tender heart. And her bazookas.
Facts. Because she had a flat ass.
See, you say that, but I don't think she did. I mean, she spends the entire time swimming. You know, the leg strength and the cheeks, the plump.
That's when she has a fin, though. When her bottom has a fish.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same. You would assume the same muscles.
I don't know. Do fish?
I'm not gonna get in here. I'm not gonna get into it.
But speaking about streaming, I got something that I know.
Speaking of fish ass,
yeah. I know there's something that I want to get into you with because I know you're current on it, and you'd be surprised at how many people aren't current on this, though. WandaVision. I watched y'all shit on The Mandalorian. On parts of The Mandalorian.
No. Yes.
Parts on parts. Not all of it, on parts. Watch your shit on parts of The Mandalorian. Is there anything?
Were they fair assessments?
They were fair assessments, but I could argue the points that y'all shitted on, but they were fair assessments.
Yeah, I mean that's neither here nor there because you can argue points about everything.
This baby is going ham in the background.
No, she is not having it.
She is not having it. She just got out the bath. She didn't want to get out the bath.
Oh yeah. See, Little Mermaid.
Yeah, but that I like how you tied that back into the conversation, dude. That was dope. But is there anything that you can trash about WandaVision so far in these 4 episodes?
I haven't watched it or rewatched them enough to like nitpick things, but well, I don't know. This last episode just felt like it was explaining what was kind of already thrown in the background. We talked a little bit about it off air. It seemed like it was made for like people that didn't understand it, but it also opened up things like the explanation of Sword, the explanation of Rambo.
And the fact that sword isn't sentient worlds anymore, it's sentient weapons. It was sentient worlds in the comics, it's sentient weapons now. That's interesting to me.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to have more things to nitpick once it's actually over, because the way that they're going about this, it's 9
episodes.
Huh.
That shocked me. I thought it was 6.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck are they going to finish this in 2 episodes? That's what I was like. They got 2 episodes.
Right.
And then I was doing a review with Adam, and we looked it up, and it's 9.
So I'm treating this like I always do with Marvel movies. I mean, my point that I was going to make, I really like the way they're going about it, because they're literally just giving you a super extended Marvel movie. I mean, if you look at it the way, the way it flows, the way it's written, the way that they tie in little things, it's literally a Marvel movie just broken up.
Maybe not a Marvel movie. Maybe this is a series of Marvel movies, like how they would do them and how they're explaining stuff. We were having like separate movies.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how it feels like you're reading issues in a comic. To me, kind of the way that they're kind of, with different art in every comic, because we've seen arcs like that where every comic has a different artist and the art kind of changes, but the stylistic points all remain the same, and everything kind of just flows in together. And I think they're doing a fucking fantastic job.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. To me, it feels this watches like the way Hickman tells the story.
Don't go that far. Don't go that far.
It's
good. It's good.
It's not that good.
Not that good. Because if it was Hickman, you would have an entire fucking white page explaining to you what that drone was and how that drone got there through what influx fields, and it touches on different shit.
Well, was that
in a paragraph like this long? Where I signed up to read a comic, not a fucking short story. Hickman,
Was that not what Darcy and them were explaining to you? And that's why we spent like the first 10 minutes of the episode outside talking to friggin' Eastview cops? That part was not needed. That's the only.
Yes, to an extent it was, because it shows
It didn't have to be that long.
No, true. And in a comic that would have been like 12 panels.
Facts. That whole conversation, them saying one word a piece in a different panel. But yeah. I love the way that how they're demonstrating Wanda's powers. Remember, this is how I look at it, and this is where I think a lot of people are missing out. Is they don't understand why Wanda's doing what she's doing, even if she's not being influenced by another force. I look at it like this: Wanda and Miss Rambeau were snapped at the same time. She was snapped away right after Vision was killed, and then brought back at the end of Endgame. Got no time to mourn. It's just like, hey, yo, we need to be over here right now. You know what I'm saying? Cap needs us. They have to go over there, do that, try to get her revenge on Thanos, which if it wasn't for anti-Scarlet Witch missiles, she would have killed Thanos by herself.
Yeah, isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
They knew exactly what to hit her with.
Yeah. But she went through that. She dealt with losing Tony. So think about it.
I don't think she cared too much about Tony.
No, but I think she cared. I think she cared enough. Because like, even though he was the uncle she didn't like, you know what I'm saying? He was still some type of influence over her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just that family member you don't get along with. You may not have liked them, but you care, especially when they do some type of expression like that and they sacrifice themselves to make sure everybody else can live. I can see what she feels some type of way. But at the funeral, it was like she didn't give a fuck. She was over there worried about Vision. You know what I'm saying? But it was the same thing with Hawkeye, who, you know what I'm saying, he was mourning Black Widow. So she lost, think about that. She lost her parents, her brother, her lover. You could say 3 different mentors, because you could say she lost Tony, Black Widow, and Captain America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Cap, and I almost think of himself as Cap, because Cap just for the first time in his life, thought about itself. Was like, I can give a fuck about what everybody else is going through.
I want some pussy.
And just left, not thinking about the fact that Wanda has PTSD. And right now, because they said this takes place, it's weird. It takes place sometime after Endgame, but before Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Okay.
She's just now dealing with all that loss.
Yeah, no, I think it's at least kind of, to me, it was a little obvious, not from the get-go, but as it went down, as you're seeing her like expose herself, the moment she did the no and bleep that man away that was climbing out of the manhole, I was like, oh, I mean, it's from the beginning, you know, me being a fan of Marvel, knowing that this is like taking things from House of M, taking things from the Visions, yeah. Like right off the bat, I knew what it was going to be, and the most logical thing to me was mourning. She's losing her mind due to grief, and like you said, PTSD. I do like how they're implementing that in a comedic way. You know, they're implementing it in the sitcom way, which I think is fucking genius.
It's funny too because most people deal with grief through laughter. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I definitely get what they're doing. And hats off, you know what I'm saying, to Liz Olsen. Because she's definitely the best.
She's acting her ass off.
She's acting her ass off.
She's acting her ass off.
Yeah, because we already know what Paul Bettany does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in love with that man since A Knight's Tale. And then went and watched everything else he was in because he was the shit in A Knight's Tale.
yeah, he's I don't know if it's maybe the range that Vision is doing right now, but he's getting outacted. I mean, she's just running circles around everybody.
She's running circles around everybody on that show except maybe Agnes and maybe the lady playing Monica Rambeau. But we haven't seen her in her full.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough.
But Agnes is killing it, and they could have came with a less obvious name than Agnes, or maybe they did that on purpose because I'm damn near 110% sure that Agnes is Agatha. You know what I'm saying? That she's the witch. That this has something to do with Nightmare and Mephisto.
You think they're gonna bring in Mephisto?
I think they're gonna bring in Mephisto. I think they might bring in the whole tribe, the whole like the whole five devil thing. I think you're gonna have Nightmare. You're gonna have Mephisto. I think Nightmare is gonna have something to do with it because I do believe when somebody's on the inside controlling something, somebody has to be on the outside to make them people lose their memories too and stuff like that. I think somebody has to be working both ends.
See, I don't think anybody's involved other than her. I think they're going full House of M. I think mental breakdown.
I think she has influence, and I think that's only because they already said that this directly ties into Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, and my theory on that was that he locks her up somewhere because she's just gone insane, and now the whole movie is him like exploring her mind, trying to break her out of whatever trance she's in.
And you know what I think? What I think is going to make her go insane is she's going to lose those twins. She's going to lose those twins when Mephisto absorbs them back.
Well, yeah, she's going to lose the twins, and I hope we get to see the.
I hope it's
Vision, the angry Vision at her, like the one, like you used me, you broke into my mind, you're not my, this isn't your house anymore type shit.
Yeah,
at the beginning of Avengers versus X-Men.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think is going to happen. I want to see it happen. They're going to have to bring in a big hitter to solve this or whatever's going on, right? I don't want it to be Doctor Strange. I want them to bring in somebody else. I want them to bring in another Avenger. I don't know who, because my perfect person would have been Black Widow, but since we know what happened to Black Widow, you know what I'm saying, to try to talk to her. I think that would have been an interesting person to come in and try to resolve the situation because of everything she's been through. You know what I'm saying, to try, and all the torment and stuff that she had. That'd have been interesting to me, character development. But I don't even know I guess they have to bring in Doctor Strange. There's Evan Peters is said to have a cameo in this. And I don't know if he's coming in as Quicksilver. Is he gonna come in as somebody in the Halloween episode that's dressed up like Quicksilver? You know what I'm saying, type thing. But they said Evan Peters is having a cameo sometime in this series. So to use him, you know what I'm saying, instead of the other guy be interesting because maybe she doesn't recognize this person as her brother. Maybe he's just dressed up because he remembered what Quicksilver did, you know what I'm saying, during the Age of Ultron, and that's his favorite person. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, but the reason I think Mephisto's involved, first, one thing, I think I figured out who the person with witness protection is.
One of the ones living there? Agnes, probably.
No, they only showed the person once.
Did they?
Yeah, they only showed him once. Agnes did interact with him though. And I feel like Agnes is the only one in there that's aware of everything else going on. That's why I feel like she has something to do with what's going on. But
no. What's his name? The guy that was cutting through the bricks.
Yeah.
I think everybody's aware of what's going on. They just kind of helpless.
But I think it's the mailman.
Huh.
I think it's the mailman that she interacts with because, you know, she was like, bang, bang. He's like, oh, no, don't shoot. I'm just trying to deliver, you know what I'm saying, the info.
Maybe that's her husband, Barry. Maybe her husband, Barry, is the man who wins protection.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's the mailman just for the fact that I think they're going to play it that on the nose because her husband has an ID. Like they figured out who that person was. It's only the mailman and Agnes who they haven't identified on the board. As far as what their real life counterparts are. The mailman, to me, the person in witness protection was an informant giving information. What is a mailman? Somebody that brings you, you know what I'm saying, information. And so I think it's that on the nose when it comes to as far as that part is. What part he plays in it, I don't know. But that I don't think they show anything just for nothing. And that's the only time you saw him. And they made sure that he had a special interaction.
Yeah, that, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense because they were all over Rambo because she doesn't live there. So the mailman live there? That's a good point. Good catch.
Yeah. And then if you look in the director's office, his certificates that he has, I've watched these episodes multiple times.
I can tell.
The certificates he has are in the form of a hexagon. He placed his certificates to form a hexagon. You know what I'm saying? So that whole number 6 that keeps popping up when they did the one episode they did where they had all the people popping up and everybody's head was in a hexagon. Like the number 6 keeps repeating like over and over again. And then Agnes keeps talking about her husband, but you never see her husband.
Right. So it could be Mephisto.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And she was the one who like coaxed them into having kids. She was like, "Oh, you guys aren't it seems like everything she's doing, she's hinting to Wanda, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do." So that's what makes me think Mephisto.
That'd be cool. And then they'd be
because it's not.
They'll be able to show her. They'll be able to show her power without breaking House of M yet.
Yeah, and it's not something where and I don't think they're going House of M. I think they're going Fantastic Four before that because they said that.
House of M. I would hope it'd be way further in the future.
Yeah, I think because when they were talking about what Sword does now, they was talking about it had to do with the quantum realm and different stuff like that and sending unmanned missions. So what if they don't send the Fantastic Four into space? What if they send them into the quantum realm instead? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they develop their abilities instead of going, you know what I'm saying, instead of them going to space. They have something going on in space. That could be an interesting twist to me. And even on that board, who's behind this? And if you look at all names on the board, they got Skrulls, Thanos, like they got the stuff listed out. And everything we could possibly think about. That's how I knew that episode 4 was for every idiot that didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah,
because they listed everything them people were talking about on that board.
that's not nice. Don't talk about your fans like that.
Oh, my fans are a little bit smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? The A pluses and the nerd mixes tend to get that. But all in all, if this is going to be the quality of show that we get, it makes me anticipate Loki more. Well, I was on board with Loki to start off with. I didn't care what the fuck it was going to be. Loki just seemed like it was going to be awesome. And I love the trailer we got, which shows us the premise behind it now, what's going on. So that's a little dope. But it makes the Falcon and Winter Soldier seem like it's going to be more of a big deal too. So it's like, and this Secret Wars show with Nick Fury.
I don't want that.
It's already in the makes, dog. We're gonna get it this year.
Secret Wars is my favorite that is the outcome of the Jonathan Hickman Avengers story. Or I guess they had an old one in the 70s too, but
I think this one will be more of like the one in the 70s than I think.
Either way, both include God Emperor Doom, and this is way too soon to even hint at God Emperor Doom.
I think it's going to be something where you're not going to get what you think from a Secret War. I think you will get that in a future like movie, like the fallout from it. But I think the whole thing with Nick Fury is you're going to start laying the eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like putting the breadcrumbs out to where this is going to lead up to something bigger.
I would have loved the Secret Invasion before.
Maybe that's what I meant. I meant Secret Invasion, not Secret Wars.
Oh,
that's
okay.
What I meant, Secret Invasion. I just want Secret Wars so bad that I'm trying to wish it into.
I want them to keep their mitts off of that.
But think about that. Even with this, and they just announced today that Ryan Coogler has signed a 5-year deal with Disney, his production company. One of the things he's developing is a Wakanda TV series, and it's like 6 other series that his production company will handle, and he's in charge of everything that's going to go with it. I'm like, smartest move Disney could ever make.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Wakanda series is before Black Panther 2.
That's what they're saying, because Black Panther 2, I think, is on the tally list for the next phase.
Okay.
So, or the Black Panther 2 could actually spin off to the next squad. But I noticed something they're doing in the comics too. Do you notice that they're bigging up Killmonger a lot in the comics right now?
I won't lie, I haven't read a lot of Black Panther lately.
Especially with like Black Panther 23. It's a lot going on with these warnings from this like this other Wakanda that's like from a different universe or in space or something like that. And I actually think they're testing the ground to see if they can get away with bringing Killmonger back. That's what it feels like.
I mean, I assumed that they had already tried with the success of the first movie. Yeah. Why they waited this long? It's kind of
because, in all honesty, if you're not going to recast T'Challa, I still feel like it's too early for Shuri to wear that mantle. It could be a very interesting original redemption arc. You know what I'm saying? Especially after that conversation that they had before he died, for him to not come back as the Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, but still take up that type of mantle for Wakanda. Especially since now everything that he wanted them to do and he said that they should do, T'Challa did before his passing, opened up to the world, let the rest of the world have his technology. Everything that Killmonger said should have happened, you know what I'm saying, actually happened after that. Because that was part of the influence between him and his ex-girlfriend that he was snuffing. That you know what I'm saying, those two influences what got him to open up them borders.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have did that without Killmonger. So I'm wondering if, you know what I'm saying, Killmonger could see it and be like, all right, cool. You know, it's the type thing. Especially if something happened to T'Challa.
Yeah. I mean, we're just going to have to see. There's way too much to speculate on because of the way that they're going. I think after WandaVision finishes and we see how they're kind of shaping the road, I think it'll open up. It'll clear up a little bit better. Right now, there's just so much shit that they can actually do.
We still got the Eternals this year. We got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. As far as in theaters, You got Spider-Man. You got the third Spider-Man at the end of the year. That's what's ending the year.
This is starting to feel like overkill, and it feels like we hit the peak, and now we're going into the descent.
I don't think so. I think right now we're in a spot where
It's a lot.
I think the television shows matched outright are going to be good. I think when it came out, and the fact that they're only doing 3 movies this year, and then I think they only got 4 slated for next year, and depending on how they do TV shows, I think it works. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot because we had nothing last year. That's why I feel.
Yeah, but I think I always thought from the beginning when they laid out the plan, I still thought that it seemed like a lot.
Well,
and the problem is that they have too many characters now, or at least for movie sakes. In comics, it's cool because a character can appear for a page, a few frames, and then disappear. And the movie is a little bit more costly to do that. You're not gonna bring in Benedict Cumberbatch you're not gonna fly him out for a day because it's gonna cost you a lot more than what it's gonna be.
It depends on if it's already written into his contract or not.
True, but there's a lot more. But again, see, there's a lot more loopholes.
Yeah,
that you just draw him in the fucking corner.
And I think they
one word.
I think they do write the contracts like, 'cause Anthony Mackie even said like that. He was like, "Yeah, I was in my contract that if they did a series, I had to do it." You know what I'm saying? It's in my money for that. If the series makes money, of course he gets a bonus for it or not. But Disney right now is printing money, not just with their Marvel stuff, with everything they're doing with Soul, with the acquisition. Like Soul made them money streaming day one.
That's just crazy.
I made a mistake and watched that movie High. Had me up all night.
Just contemplating life.
Yeah. Had me like, am I living my life right? Very, very, very good movie. They got a supposed to be having like another Finding Nemo movie coming out. I mean, they got.
I mean, Disney has been printing money for decades now. I mean, basically, all you're getting is just Disney XD. They just found a way to not have to pay for broadcasting time and better budget because they make a lot more money now.
Yeah, let's look at this. I keep forgetting about Black Widow, man. I think we all forgot about Black Widow.
No, I did not forget about Black Widow.
Does Black Widow even fit into what we're doing anymore?
No, and this movie, it may flop or it may introduce something that we didn't even fucking expect.
Okay, so we got as far as the movies go for Phase 4. This is what we have for 2021. Black Widow, The Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings are 2021. And Spider-Man 20. This can't be right. Because it's still got Thor and Doctor Strange for, well, that's probably right, because they just started filming Thor. They got Thor and Doctor Strange for 2022.
Huh.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of that is getting moved.
Because they haven't even started filming Doctor Strange yet, so I can see definitely with that going 2022. Shang-Chi's already filming.
Is it?
Yeah, Shang-Chi's filming. At least that's what Kevin Smith said.
What's the buildup going to be for that? I mean, how do you just introduce an entire new just facet of Marvel with this the mystic Orient shit that they got going on over there?
Iron Fist would do it right. I'm trying to think of what it
could, like. How do you introduce them now? How do you introduce a kung fu person where you just battle the fucking cosmic army?
I don't think he has to be introduced in a and he could be introduced into a world where the MCU exists, but he doesn't have to be a part of that world until afterwards.
Yeah, but again, you're gonna drop a Lucy. Like, go to comic book things. You're dropping a Lucy. You're starting a new series without introducing the
they do it all
character.
the time. I feel like that's exactly how the Eternals is going to feel when they drop in the Eternals.
Maybe.
So it's just maybe they have something with the shows that connect or something. That's the thing about how they're doing the shows too. Maybe something in the shows will connect into what Shane. Maybe Loki pops up there or something like that. I don't know.
He goes in a kung fu battle like in the Matrix.
No, maybe he just like drops
Show me
by
what you learned.
and he has to go steal something from Shang-Chi or something like that. I don't know. Because knowing that Loki is going to deal with Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I always try to like stay away from a lot of the stuff. Well, maybe I shouldn't anymore since now it revolves around me doing podcasts, but yeah, I didn't know about Kang the Conqueror. See, now I'm thinking they're moving too fast. They're blowing their loads way too fast.
Now, I think it's going to happen where I could see if Mephisto or somebody is a one-off, is a villain specifically meant for Doctor Strange or Wanda to defeat. That doesn't bother me. Kang is an Avenger level threat, and
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think that just like how Thanos got dropped, and you didn't see Thanos until 10 years later.
Yeah, I mean that was my original speculation after Thanos was Galactus is too soon. Because if you go Galactus, now you're bringing in Celestials, and that amount of power is ridiculous. So that's too soon. Kang the Conqueror kind of revamped some shit, because then you're dealing with time travel and multiple universes.
And I think that's where Kang is good to come in, because what did the Avengers just do? They just totally just fucked with time. Yeah. And that's all they did. And then friggin' Loki is basically just time displaced. He grabbed the Tesseract and just booked.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Yeah, that was one of my speculations from the beginning. So now knowing it's been confirmed, that's
technically not confirmed. But if you watch the Loki trailer, the hall that he's taken to when he's handcuffed, you see the different faces of Kang up there.
Oh, dope.
Like in the thing. So, and then somebody's sending him on a mission to do something, and I'm guessing it's, you know what I'm saying, the Kang people, in order to have him fix something that he fucked up or something that got messed up. And that's what he has. That's the whole Loki thing. It's just him displaced in time. That's what the whole show is about. So that's interesting to me. And that whole thing could set up something in the future. You know what I'm saying? And we just run right back to, they set that all the way back up in Loki. I forgot about that. That was 3 years ago. You know, like, and that's what I think it's going to be. So it'll be pretty interesting. And what's going to happen with that. But all in all, I'm happy with I'm happy for the first thing we got from Marvel TV being on Disney Plus. And coming after The Mandalorian, you had to knock one out the park. Because the Mandalorian single-handedly saved Star Wars. It did, dude. It single-handedly made.
I don't think Star Wars will ever need saving. There's always going to be bitching. There's always going to be complaining.
I can understand that, but you saw The Mandalorian, the first thing you thought about was you forgot Rey called herself Skywalker at the end of the movie.
I didn't forget about that. I will never forget about that.
You went Boba Fett. you went.
No, I said, why is this fat fuck coming back? And then he looked like he was just squeezing out of all of his out of every single one of his armor pieces.
Yeah,
but then he leaned out at the end of the season.
Yeah, but I
doing keto.
I like the fact that they let him be a badass, yo. That he wasn't just this fucking klutz. Because I felt like Mando, half of his shit was lucky. Like he accidentally was doing shit.
And that's one of my gripes with this show. I feel like everything he did was just fucking lucky.
Yeah,
he's got plot armor more than anything.
Yeah, and fucking Grogu didn't do enough Jedi shit for me. But then they explained it. He was trying to hide his powers to hide himself.
He was scared.
Yeah. So that's cool. The Luke thing at the end was dope. Although I feel like Asuka's a fucking bitch ass for not taking him in the train being. But I understand.
Ahsoka's not a Jedi.
But I understand why she was scared too, because she was like, I feel the same thing. I feel like my master in him. You know what I'm saying?
And also, Ahsoka is not a Jedi. Ahsoka is not a Jedi.
Yeah, still. Ahsoka honestly should have been the first. Ahsoka should have been the first canon gray.
I have no idea why they went with that fucking CGI rendering. Jesus Christ. He looked like PlayStation 2 graphics. He looked like fucking Battlefront 2 Luke Skywalker from the PlayStation 2.
But it looked better than The Rock and the Scorpion King and the fucking end of the Bummy when the Scorpion King came out.
When did the Scorpion King come out?
Okay, touche. I get you. I get what you're saying.
2020.
I get you.
You giving me that?
But fuck that. I don't give a fuck because I was happy because the thing I got is that Luke mimicked like the Darth Vader scene at the end of fucking, what was that fucking movie?
Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One. The slices and everything. That shit was just like mimic. So that's what I like, that he got his badass moment. And not saying that the way he went out in The Last Jedi was technically to me a badass moment. You had to force project yourself across the fucking universe.
He went out dope. Yeah, I think The Last Jedi is really severely underrated as a good film.
It's really underrated, and I hate the fact that what was the last movie called?
Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
I hate the fact that Kylo Ren's fucking arc was wasted because
Kylo Ren, Finn,
because Kylo
Palpatine.
Fuck, I was glad
they shit the bed with so many people in that movie.
I was ready
to shit the bed with Finn. They shit on Palpatine's legacy. I'm glad the strongest Sith to arguably ever exist, and she held back his Force lightning, which, by the way, just brought down an entire fucking armada. She held it back with one arm.
Yeah, but she got that power from Ben, which I understand.
What power?
I don't
know. Almost 300-year-old Sith.
She got the power.
Really?
And you got to remember, she was a clone made from him.
No, she was biological. No,
she's biological.
Because that was his son, or at least that's what I took from it.
Well, that's what I get why she was at. I put, and this is probably totally Star Wars people gonna kill me for this. Because I'm going
half the fan base is toxic anyway.
I'm going into my Dragon Ball theory with this, right? Because she's the daughter of Palpatine, she has the potential to be stronger than Palpatine. Just like Saiyan.
Show me one Saiyan child that surpasses father other than Goku.
If Goten and Trunks trained, yes.
But they didn't.
And there was a time where
she didn't either.
And there was a time where Future Trunks trained and he surpassed.
That man came from the hood. That's a different animal. That man came out the hood. That's a different animal.
But it's the truth, though.
And Gohan shit the bed. Both of the other ones shit the bed. Bola didn't even have a bed to shit, but she still shit in it anyway. Pan, arguably Pan surpassed her father, but
Pan's not even. Pan's not even canon right now. Leave her out of this.
I'll bring that skinny bitch in whenever I want.
But nah, it's just weird, man. It's just weird. I don't know. Disney's just killing it right now. HBO Max is killing. Let me ask you. Well, before we get out of here, because I know you got something you got to do.
I got
Godzilla or Kong?
Oh, Kong. He's got thumbs.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit, dog.
Tell me I'm lying.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
He's got thumbs. What happened during the entire trailer? Godzilla got handed.
Godzilla was getting jumped during the entire trailer.
He got Roman rained, super punched. Kong came through with a hammer that deflected the beam. He gave him the Thor.
And I wonder.
I can't wait till the movie till he grabs Godzilla by the tail and just spins the motherfucker and just flings him.
Okay, and who gave Kong that hammer? Kong's got help with everything, yo.
Kong's got thumbs. There's orangutans in the Amazon that are now fishing with spears. Kong is in the Stone Age.
That's all good. That's all good with me. If a person doesn't give Kong that hammer, that atomic blast takes Kong's head off.
I mean, you're assuming that a person gave Kong that hammer, and Kong
I'm pretty
just
sure
make it.
Nah, I don't think Kong made it.
Watch him just rip a fucking redwood out of the ground and just wrap that shit around it. Watch.
And it's just like
you act like Godzilla's not gonna get help. You act like Mothra's not gonna climb her dusty ass.
Isn't Mothra dead?
Mothra's never dead. Not when Godzilla needs her help.
Nah, to be honest with you,
something is fucking sprinkles powder all over it, and all of a sudden Godzilla's got like 17 powers.
We already know what this movie is. We know that Mechagodzilla is in it. We know Mechagodzilla is posing as Godzilla. And
so I talked about this in the pod that we recorded yesterday, which will be coming. Thirsty Nerds. Follow. I hope that King Kong smacks the fuck out of Godzilla, and then her face peels back, and then all you see is a red eye like the Terminator, and it was Mechagodzilla the entire time.
And then Godzilla's just pissed because he's getting a bad rap because somebody's running around.
Godzilla's tied up somewhere with ball gagged and shit.
Yeah, but they set this up in the credits of the other movie when they said they were working on trying to fucking do this shit. So
didn't they announce Monarch too? Yeah, so it's Mechagodzilla, but it's gonna be a Batman versus Superman. Save Mothra. Why did you say that name?
It's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad that Warner Brothers is doing the HBO Max thing that they're doing, and just dropping the movies like they're dropping them. So,
yeah, I mean it's good for the viewer. I think I don't know, a movie like that deserves to be seen in a fucking gigantic screen with loud ass. And I know nowadays a lot of people have it, but some people don't. I think there is an art to seeing something that preposterously big.
I'm buying a projector for that movie.
Shit, yeah, that's a smart idea.
I'm buying a projector for that movie. I got the whole wall in the living room, like everything cleared off from there, shooting it right at the wall.
Yeah, but once you get that projector, there's no more TV. Like you don't need a TV anymore. Once you find a projector that is fucking that is a banger, why the fuck you need to go out and buy a TV?
Because I'm not gaming on a projector.
Why not?
Because I need.
What's the difference?
My screen for my gaming is smaller, so the refresh rate is higher.
Yeah, but then when you got people over and everybody's playing Mario Kart, that projector's gonna slap.
Nobody comes over and plays Mario Kart. We all play it online.
Because your friends are hermits.
You don't even have a Switch.
I don't. I don't have a PlayStation either. I don't know how to call myself a gamer anymore. I don't have nothing.
You got rid of the PlayStation?
No, I mean I got the 4, but all I've been doing is playing Minecraft in it. I just get blitz and you just go in there and just mine for hours. It's like what I used to do when I used to play Spider-Man. I just get blitz and you just fucking go swing. Oh, this old lady's getting mugged. I don't care.
Yo,
I'm swinging.
The best Spider-Man game to date still is Web of Shadows.
No, the best Spider-Man game to this date is Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2. That started this whole... Oh, shit. You mean we can touch the ground? You mean we can do all these physics? Crazy jumps? You mean we can actually put some effort into video games?
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope, man. But do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find you at, and definitely shout out that Thirsty Nerds podcast.
Yeah, so you can find me with my 3 other co-hosts, Thirsty Nerds Podcast, on Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, anywhere you can find podcasts. So that's the podcast side that we're doing. We're going to start, we're getting some equipment in. We're going to focus on the production value a lot more and, tighten it up, make it better. So there is going to be an ever-changing process. And I think what we got going on this next few episodes that are going to be coming out are going to be a show how we're processing. And then on the music side, you can follow me on SoundCloud. I rarely post anymore, but SoundCloud, Just One. Look it up. Instagram, Twitter, you can follow me at just1_beats. Yeah, I mean, Instagram, if you want to see some beer pics and some random beats, just_uno.
Facts. Y'all need to follow that man, especially if you want to know what brew you need to drink with what meal. He'll break it down to what cut of steak you need for what beer.
No, I won't. I'll just show you pictures.
Yes, he will. Well, I appreciate you coming on here, man. I'm trying to get back into the whole Nerdmix live thing, and you know what I'm saying, bring awareness to people out there doing things. Just let them in on the conversations we be having. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for, matter of fact, go stream Castle in the Sky, go stream Extended Weekend, and be on the lookout for Banner versus McCoy or McCoy versus Banner, whichever way you decide to do it.
Yeah, and then the next thing that's going to be coming right up, me and Rod are dropping just a quick tape that we just recorded random songs during like Saturdays. You remember the Saturdays album we did? We're going to drop a volume 2, so that's going to be coming out soon. That's finished. Rome is on it. Pena, got a couple other people on there. There's just something quick put together.
I make that one?
No, I don't think you made this one because this was just like random songs that we just kind of recorded and put together. But right after that, Rodney's dropping a whole tape produced by Epic. Which you did. You are on that one. Rome's on that one. Just the usual suspects.
Okay.
And I'm just taking kind of overseeing the executive producer role on that. And yeah, we got shit in the works. Another album with Pena. I got some coming up. Some that I'm working on with Chris Myers.
Why does everybody always send me Epic beats?
You're the one that put me onto Epic. To be serious, you're the one that put me on the Epic. And then Rome came in here like 2 months back and just cleared out like fucking 20 beats. So me and Rome are probably gonna be working on something soon too.
Yeah, Rome said I got an EP, a Villain Radio EP coming out with Rome too.
Oh, nice.
Pretty soon. We got it done. We just got to go in and record it. That's what it is. But yeah, man, again, thank you for coming on. Go ahead and go cook dinner. I'm already 30 minutes late to Raw and All American. I got 2 TVs, watch All American on one. You know I gotta watch the rehash of the Royal Rumble, see what happened, man.
Yeah, I don't know how you have that attention span. You just pay attention to like 7 things at once.
Subtitles.
Subtitles are king. Subtitles are king.
Yeah, I activate my Sharagon.
We went this entire podcast without mentioning Naruto. We can just finish it off.
No, we had to. I was going to mention Attack on Titan, but the fucking last episode I just watched upset me. So
I'm not. I'm
fucking pissed. But I know the next time I see a kid named Gabby, I'm gonna kick her in the forehead.
Make sure you get that on tape, but blur your face.
No questions asked. What's your name, Gabby? Pah! That's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's fucked up. That's funny.
But nah, man. Thank you for joining me. As always, follow me at Nerdmix Alpha. Check out A+ Opinions. We do have a Patreon now. We have $1, $5, and $10 tiers. You can go check that out.
Which one sends the dick pic?
That's the $10 tier. Well, no, be honest, it's the $1. It's the $1 tier if you want mine. It takes Adam like 10 years to pull his out of his pants, so here's the $10. So
are you paying for the inch?
Yeah, you got to pay him by the inch. So, but nah, the Patreon is up. We have content on there. You can get all the audio and everything that we do early, first before the videos even come up. So you can go ahead and check that out. We have a private Discord for everybody that joins, which we have a whole bunch of content and stuff on. And then, of course, you find me here at Nerdmix Alpha everywhere. Go check out Sunday Dinner, even if I'm not on it. Go check it out over on the Villain Radio Network. They only have me on the show when it's time to talk about sex. So
That's because you say some wild fucking shit.
I just be speaking the truth. I lived a weird life.
Your truth.
It's the truth. I live a weird life. Every story I've ever told can be what's that called?
Corroborated.
Corroborated. Every story I ever told. So it's interesting. But tune in to everything we got going on. It's gonna be a big year from everybody. And hey, thanks for sitting here for an hour and 20 minutes.
I appreciate you.
Hey,
no, we got to do this a lot more often because I feel like every time we get together, we have a good combo.
Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking about like just doing Nerdmix live, like every once in a while. Whoever wants to come on, just come on, even if it's a round table going and just talk. You know what I'm saying? Shoot the shit. Start with somebody and interview them. Get them a little bit known and bring other, you know what I'm saying? Bring other people in as we go. And yeah, it's going to be something good.
That's what's up, man. Well, thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Go cook that dinner. Eat healthy. Stay fresh. And as always, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix.